Alright, hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Odin Sphere. So, you see that now, I'm in the same room I was in last time, but the shine wore off while I was retitling the video file. So yeah, shine does wear off after battle. We don't need a shine for the last map, thankfully, because we don't have one. I'm gonna avoid using the painkiller, actually. And I'm gonna also try and kill these guys before they like hit me, which is always a problem. Ah, one's hitting me. Damn it. Okay. Okay. Do not kill me, you stupid. There we go, now that one's real. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna plant the napple that I still have. Because... oh, do I still have an apple? Oh, shit. Well, in that case, I'm just absorbing this then. Get out of here. Let's cyclone down there. I wish you wouldn't plop up behind me like that. Okay, let's, oh jeez, okay. I'm doing this not so great. Having all sorts of problems now. Come on. Keep popping out and I need to observe the phosons to make them pop in. I can't observe the phosons if they're hitting me like that and then they don't pop in for whatever reason. Look at that. I observe the phosons, they pop in, and then they don't pop in long enough for me to hit them after I observe the phosons. Boom. Okay. Hit them, please. Thank you. Oh my god, see? They hit me. Boom. Okay. That was real poor. I kind of wish I'd like died and done it over again. There's our C. Get the rest of our shit here. Rosemile, Wolverite Mulberry. Because this is like Gwendolyn's epilogue, so there isn't really going to be anything else. We're going to use the Rosemile and just absorb the 12 phosons. And that should take us to our fourth bar, which gives us an overload and something else. 2 cyclones, I guess. More likely 2 overloads. Yeah, there we go. And the rest is just icing on the cake to try and get us to level 30 here. Because it will do a little bit more damage and the boss will be a little easier. But if we don't get there, we don't get there, and I'm not gonna cry about it. Yeah, okay, so we're just short. Let's check our inventory real quick. We're doing pretty poorly on that. We can make another shine, but I don't really want to. We have a painkiller for the boss, we have a blizzard for the boss. I wish we had more cacao for the boss. I think what I'm going to do is eat the cacaos I have, sell the material in the blizzard, or sell the material in the Cub's Bane, and I'm just going to buy more cacao. Cacao. Because we need stuff to eat when we fight the boss here. Shop up there. Yeah, let's go up there. And then it's this way. Not that one. We want this one over here. Did something just pop out on me? Cub's Bane. That's another thing I can... That's like 3 more gold. Not gonna not pick up my Cub's Bane. Alright, where's the merchant? There you are. Skip your dialogue. No offense, but I don't need to hear it. Buy this, please. I almost want to sell you Blizzard. I'm just gonna sell you Blizzard. I don't think it's gonna help me a whole lot. Please buy that material. Please buy this Cub's Bane. So we're going in with just painkillers and cacao. Oh, we're 1 short of buying another cacao. That's kind of brutal. That means I'm gonna have to use my commemorative coin. Well, if I've got to use it, I've got to use it, right? One, 2, 3, 4. Now, I want to check. We need 510 experience to level up our HP. And we have cacao, which gives us 50 experience. And we have 5 of it. So we have enough that we can get an HP heal off of the cacao. But it won't be like the first one. I don't think. Or do we need 500? Yeah, we need 500, so we need to eat like 10 cacao. That's not happening. We're going to top ourselves up with cacao. 460. We're like 10 off. I'll just use it. Okay, so that leaves us 4 cacao. I don't really want to sell my painkiller to buy a cacao. I think the painkiller does more for me than the cacao does. So we're 10... 1 gold off. Ah, well. Shit happens. Yes, after this boss fight, we never use Gwendolyn again, except for 1 fight at the very end of the game. And I plan to do some, like, grinding for all the characters off camera before the last book, to make sure everybody's actually able to, like, do their part in that story. But once we finish Gwendolyn's book, we're done with her. So there really isn't a reason to be holding on to anything if this is the last fight. I'd rather just, you know, win. Eke out every resource I can to make sure I do it. So, let's go fight Gwendolyn's last fight. Act 4, we're at the Shrine of the Netherworld. You can see Queen Odette, Queen of the Netherworld. Gwendolyn's as arrogant as her father barging in. And you can see all these jewels all over the floor. These are the jewels that Odin's been stealing to make ciphers. And I don't know if they explain what the jewels are, but I get the impression that the jewels are... They're like soul gems, like people's souls are trapped in her gems, and she just leaves them all over so you can see the shine of people's souls. And she shows us that she has Oswald still.
His life has been given to me in exchange for power. He walks along the abyss of eternal death while serving alongside me. He was pledged.
You're like, I don't understand the crescent moon thing she's got going on there, but I really like the like glow effect it's got on it.
Allow me to personally extinguish your life.
The Valkyrie do not fear death, and if death cannot be avoided, then we welcome our fate. Losing Oswald to you is more painful than death itself.
So you say. You have no idea. What do you plan to do with that spear?
Yes, and so we see here that the ciphers are indeed made from the like jewels that are scattered about.
Many souls merge
Yeah, the souls merge together to become crystals. Okay, that's what it is. It's not quite that she's trapping souls, they just naturally, phosons merge into crystals. That, I guess it's that the crystals continue to absorb phosons and get bigger and shinier or whatever. Here's Odette, Queen of the Dead. She's likely supposed to be Hel, the Queen of Hell in Norse mythology. And I will... Oh, I didn't pop my painkiller or use overload, so I'm already screwing up. I'm going to retry. Restart the stage. Does this restart me from here, or does it take me out and make me watch the cutscene again? Yeah, it takes me out, which is weird. So we're going to jump past these guys, and we'll just go back in. It's strange that if you die, you start right at the beginning of the stage, but if you retry, it takes you back out and makes you come back in. Kind of strange. Do I have to watch the cutscenes again? No. Okay, so we want to pop the painkiller. And then pop overload. We have Phozon release now, which is the one I thought Phozon Burst was. It releases a couple Phozons in the air, so you can actually just use this to level up, which maybe I should have done. Because you'll release the Phozons and you immediately reabsorb them. It doesn't give you a full bar back, it doesn't release the full 1 bar that it's using. But when you can hold like 6 bars of things, you can usually release 6 times, absorb them all, release like 2 or 3 more times, absorb them all, release once more, and absorb them all. Or you can use it for gardening purposes, which is where it's way more useful. Unfortunately, Gwendolyn gets it 5th out of all of her abilities, so it comes in way too late to really come into play here, especially if you actually use your Phozons to focus on gardening it all throughout the game before it. If you ignore them before that, I'm just going to use Overload and actually try and fight her here. If you ignore the gardening for the most part, which you can do if you like are confident that you won't take damage. I'm not. Oops. Then you can, oh shoot. There she is. Then you can dodge like all the abilities, not take damage. You don't need to invest your Phozons in HP, and you can save it for when you get to the Puka place where it's more valuable. Okay, and now you see the slowdown. Odin Sphere on the PS2 was notorious for slowdown, and the place it's most evident in is here in Odette's fight, because there's so many of these little fish things spawning all the goddamn time. I'm gonna pop up your cacao because I'm taking a ton of damage. I'm not really seeing. I also have not been paying attention to my damage numbers, so I'm not sure when overload has worn off. I know there's a little red effect on my weapon, so I can tell with that. I'm gonna pop the cacao here again. Oh, I wish that tentacle had not hit me. She's gonna disappear again, so I'm just gonna move. Oh, there she is. And I think I still see the like red of my... I'm gonna pop out for a second in cacao. My overload, is it worn off now? I think it has. So next time she pops out, I'm going to... Oops. Actually, it's gonna go now. And overload. I wanted to get behind her there, but I failed. In fact, I want to get like away from her for a second and have another cacao, because I got hit by size and shit. Take damage I didn't want to take there. She's only like half dead and I'm already out of cacao, so that's not good, but maybe if I just wail on her spider bit here. Okay, we need to move a little bit here. That's not what I wanted at all. I wanted to move. Alright, so that's not that bad. What else was there? Yes, she's hell. I think it's probably as good a time as any to comment on her breasts. I know VanillaWare took a lot of flack from the social justice crowd over the sorceress in Dragon's Crown. And it's really... It's an artistic choice. Oh, I forget that I have to like use my painkiller and use overload at the start of the fight. It's an artistic choice. Like, it's... And this is a kind of evidence of that, is that the sorceress was really just a necromancer. Oh, come on, that was bullshit. I was in the middle of an attack. You can't do that to me. She was a necromancer. She raised skeletons. She gave unlife, but life nonetheless, to things. I want the butterfly. Thank you. I don't want to take all this damage, but I will. And that's a trend that, like, VanillaWare's had going throughout basically every game they've made, I think. Their very first game on the, I think it was the PS1, I can't remember what the title was now. I don't know about that one, if there was a necromancer in there with large breasts, but I know that here Odette has large breasts. In Grim Grimoire, the necromancy teacher, what was her name? It wasn't Lilith Blonde, that was the protagonist. It was another kind of drink. They're all named after drinks. I can't remember the necromancy teacher's name from Grim Grimoire, but she also had large breasts. Sorceress does. Trying to think in Muramasa if there's a character that would be functionally a necromancer. All I can really think are the kitsune that accompany you. Try and get this butterfly right here. I'm not sure if the red lines are from the painkiller or the overload. But I'm gonna back off for a second here and heal, and thinking about using my painkiller. Is there a way I can check the effects? No, it's not really telling me anything there. But yeah, and it's a stylistic choice. The necromancer gives life, so life is represented by memories. We're all mammals. I mean, yes, there's the element of it appeals to people. Is it wrong to be a heterosexual male? I don't think so. I don't know if Odette is really attractive. She's got the Kellogg thing going on, where she's half spider lady, which is always a little weird. I want overload, and it's not in my inventory. When I take damage again, I'll see if, yeah, I'm pretty sure I need to pop that painkiller again. I am going to pop the pure cacao, even though it's going to make me get hit by these fish. That spider leg is probably the most annoying thing. That or that scythe. Okay. That's not cool. She tossed me all the way into the side. Pop the pure cacao to top up. Okay, I need her to, like, lift that leg. There we go. Just going now. And she's not dying as fast as I would like, which is a big problem, because I don't really have the pure cacao for a super extended fight like this. Yeah, she's turned around. Trying to remember what other things she does in this boss fight. I thought she summoned Halia at some point, but I'm not seeing them, so maybe I was mistaken in that. Okay, she's gonna pop up like right away, is she? Yeah, okay. So I think our painkillers and overloads have worn off. I'm gonna overload here, if only to, like, try and dodge things a little bit. And if only to get my damage up so I can actually kill her here. 'Cause it looks like she's almost dead. Just get the... There we go. And I'm just going to absorb phosons for the little bit there. Alright, so we can do it. But yes, I'm sure that video looks terrible on playback there because there's just so many things going on that even on the PS2 the game lagged horribly. Here Odette tries to profess that she is actually trying to... on the one hand, it sounds like she's trying to invade the world of the living with the dead. But according to her, her ideals are a little more noble than that. She's trying to save people and make people be able to live with the dead and peacefully, but it doesn't sound like something that could really happen. But Gwendolyn does kill the Queen of Death, so that's another accomplishment for Gwendolyn. Not only does she bust into Ringford all on her own, she even busts into Hell and kills the Queen of the Dead all on her own. And then Odin comes out of nowhere and saves them both, because the underworld is collapsing without a queen? Or something?
The netherworld has been sealed.
It's been sealed at the very least.
To enter that land now
And now you can only get there if you die. But Odin's little passage into the netherworld is now closed.
Oswald, you're awake.
The only thing that can overcome death is pure love. I can no longer collect crystals from the netherworld. But if I can regain the ring and the cauldron, I have no need for them. Fulfill your promise. Give me the ring.
This is a symbol of Oswald's love.
No,
Right now,
she still doesn't
it
want
represents
to give up the
all I
ring.
am. If you take this away, there will be nothing left of me. If you must take it, my life must be taken too.
Gwendolyn.
Stop this nonsense.
Now she's being all cool and lovey-dovey like.
Everything is merely an illusion. You are married because
You're married because I ordered it.
Love is an illusion to begin with. I do not fear losing honor, but I am terrified of losing this illusion.
You fool! Are you saying you will sacrifice your life and your pride just for love?
Stop it! Do you really want to do this to your own child?
Now Odin here is one to talk, considering he almost threw everything away for Velvet.
You are ruining my plans.
But,
my dear beloved daughter.
he's not that insensitive that he's going to completely destroy her.
Father,
But
I am powerless against
he does love her.
If I am to be any kind of father,
And this is really what Gwendolyn wanted all along, was just
passion,
her father's compassion.
do as you wish.
So he lets her keep the ring. War be damned.
Father,
Silence. Speak no more, disloyal one. Holder of the Belter River, I entrust my daughter to you.
Now I think there was something about how when the Valkyrie is given away in marriage, she's has a spell cast on her that said that the first person she sees she's supposed to fall in love with, and I think that's what he gets at her with,
Gwendolyn,
your love isn't real, it's an illusion that I forced on you.
knowing that you have suffered
But for
inflicted
Gwendolyn, it's more that
but even
Oswald's shown that he does care about her, so she's like, well, I can at least give him the chance.
Oswald,
If somebody, because she wanted
I do not
Odin's
mind
love,
my
she never got it,
have been caused by a spell.
and it drove her to
I can be by your side, I
suicidal
will
trips
endure
all
any
across the
hardship.
land. And then she got Oswald's love, and she figured, well, maybe I don't need Odin's love, maybe I have Oswald, and everything's gonna be fine.
until I met you.
And there's a romantic scene here on the balcony. Or terrace, I guess.
Now it is different. I have experienced both happiness and fear. Happiness in experiencing the light that is your love, and fear of losing it. A light that is more precious than life itself.
It will never disappear. My love will shine like the stars forever.
Aww.
Please, don't let me go.
And then the little birdie flies away. And we're going to save our game. That should be it for the epilogue here. And I think it's going to boot us back out into Alice in the attic. And now we have a second book here. There is one thing I want to check real quick. Oh, I can't check it from here. So the next chapter is going to be the Puka Prince. And I just want to show off one more thing before we end the episode here. We're going to pick up Socrates, jump in the chair. I've shown this off once or twice now. But this is the story archive, so we see that the Puka Prince actually starts almost the earliest. But the only one that starts later is the last book. And it gives us most of the early one. And then there's a time skip to when Gwendolyn's story starts. During the Cauldron War. And then it continues along, and then there's a large time skip right before Gwendolyn wins the Cauldron War. Skipping past all of her second chapter, and in fact her third chapter as well. So up until after she is punished, and then she comes, and then we come back in as Puka Prince, and then there's another time skip, the end of Puka Prince, and Puka Prince actually ends the earliest out of all of them. 4 and 5 end next, and then 3 ends halfway through the end of Gwendolyn's, and then Gwendolyn goes a lot longer. So just to give you an idea of how the story kind of connects here, I'll probably be coming back to the story archive a little more frequently to compare things between Puka Prince and Gwendolyn's and Valkyrie, and then when we get into Book 3, Book 4, Book 5, I'll probably come back a little more frequently to just kind of keep tabs on where the story's at, how all the characters are interconnecting, and stuff like that. But for now, we have finished Valkyrie, so next time we will start the Puka Prince. So I hope you'll join me then. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.